look at this tweet from an hour ago. Hurricane Consuela stopped at the U.S. border. Springfield shopper. I don't know which Simpson this is, but look at these numbers. 11-9, 11-9. This is like the stopwatch scene, and then today is basically a 9-11 or a 9-23 equivalent. I just had to show you this, that Twitter does this with the numbers to make them perfect, to match the date. So hold on a sec. Okay, so then I tweeted it, and the number stayed the same, just to show you. I tweeted it. Okay, so Simpsons predict everything from this tweet has 360. This is a 365-day anagram. In the menorah gematria, this is only for important words like chi, phi, q, and other important words like that. His name has this 99 in it. This is the 81. I just did a video on. No, I did a video on 91. Or no, I did a video on. No, I did one on 81 and 91. 81 is the number of stable elements. It's a very important number. And then here we have the 74, which is it's not the Oregon number. It just has Oregon tie-ins. So we just need to be aware of where we see that. So his Twitter name equals the Holy Ghost, a thief in the night, high priestess, the four winds, occultist master. I think that if he is tweeting with code, that he probably does have some special calculators. They might even have, special Twitter accounts, these guys, because you wouldn't want to put too much work into that, right? Well, I put Hurricane Consuela into the Simpson wiki to see if I could find it. When I put just hurricane in before, and I will put hurricane in again, I came up with only Hurricane Nettie, which is a hurricane named Barbara that came. So Hurricane Barbara was in an episode. The episode was called Hurricane Nettie, Hurricane Nettie, I believe, because it only took out Ned's house and some other stuff. But it says here that the 744 Evergreen Terrace was taken out, and we just saw this number. So I didn't find anything having to do with Hurricane Consuelo, so probably somebody will find that. We'll figure that out. But this episode about Hurricane Nettie, in which only Ned's house was messed up, was the 88. And 88 is a little bit prominent right now because of the Back to the Future numbers that we just had, the dates, 88 miles per hour for the DeLorean, and then also the 10-4, that 88 days till the end of the year. One thing is Halloween's coming up. That's 88 days from Obama's birthday. So today must be 88 days from something. Maybe we should count backwards. Since today's now I can't remember if I told you. Today's also a 1-2-3 day. Let me show you here. I'm sorry if I'm repeating myself. I can't remember if I told you or if I just told my husband. Today's a 1-2-3 day. Besides being, see if you add this 8 over here. I'm pointing over here to the lower left-hand corner of my timestamp, and my time is wrong. It's an hour off. My computer's almost always an hour off. I think it's actually going to go back. When fall back, it's going to go to the correct time again. 8 plus 1 is 9. 9/23. Today's a 9/23 day, but it's also a 1-2-3 day. Count up number. Sorry if I've already said that. I should probably just watch a movie and drink some tea or something. That's kind of exciting. Now I want to check the 88-day thing. Hold on. So speaking of an 88, tropical cyclone, I happened to look that up because that's what it's called in the Simpsons thing here. And then also there is a Wikipedia already that has Hurricane Patricia in it. And so I figured, well, since they have it, they are writing it this way, let's see what the numbers are. So it's 88 basically, or a 1-7, or this is also a 17, a pi, a double pi or Hawaii type H plus I is 17 mirror right here, and that equals an 88. I hadn't really thought of that before. This is a 108. This is again the 1008. If you 1008 on the clock, encodes the slopes on the side of the Great Pyramid. 84, 44, first of all, 44th president, 1313 gay. We've talked about those things a lot. 84 is the birthday of the president. And it's heavy with Akhenaten numbers. Well, lo and behold, today is a special day. Besides the 1, 2, 3 count up and the 923 conversion, it is the 111th day from July 4th. All right, well, 88 days, counting backwards. It'll change. Hold on. I think it'll change. Nope. Oh my gosh. All right, so I got the 88 days ago just to make sure. So this is a 727, and that's 88 days until today. One thing that's interesting about that is we did see this tweet that had the 1221 opposite of this, 1221 from Bill Nye. And this does, 88 days does equal 1221 hours. And so that shows you why 88 is an important number to them, because this is the 33. It's also the 1221 mirror. This one is the opposite of the 1221 mirror, so it's like a double mirror. All right, well, I didn't find this yet, but I'll let you know. Or if you find it, you can put the link in the comments. So while we're looking at this video, I just want to keep pointing out that this was a weaponized hurricane aimed at Mexico. The elite probably all had foreknowledge about this. I don't know yet whether they made an effort to get the regular people out. I still don't for sure know why they attacked Mexico. I have my theories, which I have put up in videos already, so there aren't too many videos on this topic, so you can check that out. Also, the thing I want to point out is there are not too many of these videos out there. I mean, the handheld videos. Maybe more will come out soon. I actually shot this to just be stock video for me to analyze the video later, but I thought I'd just include it here. This is the NASA video supposedly shot from the ISS, and I think I do a decode on this later on, probably in this video. This does go all over the place. I do want to mention that I am putting this up the day after, because in this video I say today a lot, and I just couldn't get all these videos up on one day. It was impossible. So what I wonder about this is, why does this not have those hash marks that we saw in the photograph? There's a few other things I wonder about this too. Just going to pause it and take a still right here. All right, well, before I do anything to it, let's just zoom in and take a look at the edges here. You see the sloppy edge of the layering. You could really see it over here, but it's over here too. You see the layered edge right here? They took an eraser and they erased out the edge over here, but they didn't go too close, because it's with all this detail, it's hard to go close. You can see this, I haven't changed the photo at all. See? This is a different layer. See, you can tell that this is a different layer because I don't think this is a real actual photo of what they say it is, but the sky and this Earth model or whatever it is, it doesn't have the fork marks on the hurricane, so that's nice, because fork marks are so. It's kind of insulting to look at fork marks, but you see that there's not any JPEGing on this. They didn't layer this one to the other. But look at this. See, look at this type of space right here, and then look over here. It's because they didn't take their eraser and come in through all these edges. They just erased over here. Now this is moving, and so they must have, I've never done layering in a moving video. And usually, as you can see from let's go back to the tweet. From the tweet, and it just happens to be 119 minutes, which should have clued me in the first time I saw this that today is actually 9/11, being a 9/23, how I showed you. Well, anyway, they should have a better camera than this. And if you make this large, then the camera quality goes down. Now, why would they have a bad camera? The bad camera, if they had a good camera, these edges would stand out even more. So they need to have a bad camera just to kind of make the whole image quality low. And then hopefully you won't notice these layers that you can see without doing anything to it. All right, so let's just take this through the process, turn this to the negative image. In the negative image, you can see the layer even more. Let's just zoom in here. See it? Right around this edge. You can see that it's smoother out here, and right around this, there's this JPEGing. Right around it, you can see that without changing anything. But we'll go ahead and change a few things. Now, the whole timing of this is wrong. That, especially that it's moving across the screen so much, where the cloud isn't going in a circle as much. Like that movement ratio seems wrong to me. Right, so we're darkening it and increasing the contrast. So you can already see the JPEGing pop out here, and you'll be able to see the edge. If I make this, actually, I should probably, it'll get hidden in this dark part over here. See this contour right there? That's because that's where the eraser went for the edge. They don't want to spend a lot of money on this. So there's another layer edge right there. See this? Do you see these? See these shapes in here? Now, the reason why they have to layer this, I think I said this in another video, but I'll say it again. The reason why they have to layer this is because when they use they're more Pixar. Oh, I can't think of the word for their new type of technology that they use for making fake photos with, in which the background, which I've shown you, in those videos, where the background here is completely featureless. There's no marks at all. There's no JPEGs. There's nothing like this. There's no light contours at all. And I forget what it's called. I'm really sorry. Just having a vocabulary freeze right now. But they can't do that with their equipment because it makes their equipment look ridiculously fake. And they must not be able to make the equipment look real, because now usually they will use the back layer with using that technology that I can't think of the name of, and then we have a featureless background, and then they will have a JPEG layer on the front so that this will look real to the eye. Well, in this photo, they will especially do that in still photos. Like if you have a photo of ISS above the Earth, it will have that, or if you have a photo of SpaceX above the Earth, it will have that. But since this is moving, it must be difficult to combine that kind of layer. I don't work in that field, so I don't know what they do or they don't do. I can only see the features of the different technologies that they're using to fake these. Okay, so you can see these. All right, so let's just make it a little darker. And if I did this on the type of technology that they use where they have a completely sterile background, none of this would show up. So it seems like they can't have it both ways. They have to admit that the sky is different, and actually both ways are fake. But this has to do with the layer. And also this background, when it's a moving photo, they shoot like this is a moving video, That means they shot it underwater. And then they put this layer over here. Can you see the layer line? Right here. They ran the eraser right there, and then they just put the layer on there. Over an actual background that was shot underwater. And the reason why you can tell that it's shot underwater is because all of this is bouncing the light back to the camera, and the vacuum of space doesn't have enough molecules to bounce the light back to the camera, so there shouldn't be any bounce back. Or you can call that also light bleed. All right, well that's enough for now. I know I kind of went all over the place in this video, but it's kind of fun to dig these up and just enjoy surfing and figuring out what's going on. One thing I noticed with these videos is that there aren't very many. You know, I'm glad there aren't too many people out here taking dangerous video, but it is kind of weird for that large of a space and all the camera crew and everything that there's no video. Washington Post has this tweet: when Mexicans crossed our border to help feed Americans in need. For 3 weeks after Katrina, Mexican soldiers helped thousands of displaced Americans in Texas. I didn't know that. I don't think they covered that in the news. All right, well, here's a picture I got from Internet Palace on Twitter. They have a really interesting account, but it doesn't say where. I clicked to it to see where they got this photo, and it doesn't say anything about that. So, all right, well, we'll just take a look at the photo. This is one of the photos I believe is going to, CGI, that's the word I'm looking for, CGI. It's going to be CGI. See, I had to see a real one for the right word to come up. And I want you to see how clean the background is here. So clean. But before we get there, this came out 5 hours ago. 5 hours ago, okay, so right now it's 10:54 on the West Coast. So 5 hours ago it's 5:54, and I guess landfall supposedly happened at 6, but it was there's a different time right here. I think it's a different time. Anyway, it doesn't look like their time lined up, because if this was 5 hours ago, and that's at 5 o'clock, it was still somewhat daylight. At least it wasn't that deep. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, this isn't, of course. I mean, I probably don't have to try so hard to tell you that this is a fake photo. It's just fake, right? They didn't get their timeline up right. Well, anyway, let's just take a look at it just to show you the CGI. Oh, sorry, I was just gazing at it here. Okay, let's darken it. Just to show you that this is featureless here. Okay, there's tiny little things here, but this is extremely dark. And you see how featureless it is out here. This is CGI. It is a CGI layer, though. You see? So this is a CGI layer. I believe this is what happens. The background is a CGI layer, and then this is possibly some other kind of layer, or it could be CGI that they took a picture of and then laid it on top of that, because there is a little bleed over here. It's very small. And it is geometric, right? Do you see the geometry of it? Do you see how they erased the layer using a rectangular, see right here? Let me draw it. Where's the thing? Layers on, new layer. See? I don't know why it's like that, but they must have a giant rectangular eraser shape when they make these things. That's because they don't expect anybody to take a close look at it. This isn't a close look, this is a fast look at it. Alright guys, sorry I didn't mean for this video to get so long. I hope you like it. Talk to you soon. Bye bye.